This video is for you if you're in that difficult position between needing to grow, needing to build the business up, but you're not quite ready to commit to full-time hires for your marketing team, add more salespeople, anything like that. And this is going to be the solution for you. So you might see your competition posting content, running ads, sending emails, and doing all the things that you should be doing. You might have leads coming in, but they're not converting because nobody's following up. You might be delivering services you know you could be doing better, but everyone on your team is just stretched too thin right now. In November 2023, I tried the digital nomad dream. I started my business about 3 years before that because I wanted time, location, and financial freedom, but I just stayed in the UK and quite frankly, I'd built myself a job. So I took a 6-week trip to Spain to enjoy this experience that I've been working so hard for. I was living in one of my favourite places in the world. My business was making over £10,000 a month, and this is the dream that I'd worked so hard for to this point. But look at my calendar. Client work, sales calls, interviews. I was hiring at the time, trying to fill a really important position. I like being busy. I like having stuff to do, but this just sucked. One day I had 10 bad interviews, as you can see on Monday the 27th of November. And unfortunately, I didn't find the right fit in November or in December. But in January, I finally managed to hire someone to help with the SEO service I was delivering to take some work off my plate. But almost instantly, I realized I'd made a mistake and had to make one of the hardest decisions I'd faced in business. I had to fire one of the friendliest people I'd met within 2 weeks of him starting the job. Honestly, I thought after 2 years of hiring overseas, hiring remotely, helping people with my service, and then hiring people to take stuff off my plate as well so I could grow the business, I thought mistakes like that were behind me, but I knew deep down I'd actually taken a shortcut because I was tired of the whole process. I was tired of how long it took me to fill that position. I was so frustrated with myself, and I knew I had to make my approach better. So I took everything that had worked well for me in the past and put aside everything on the shortcuts I'd made, and I put it together into a process. And then, once I did that, I filled my next position in under half the time, and the next one after that, until I built a team that helped me live the dream I thought I would in November 2023. It just happened a little bit later, and I could make time for my passions around my business as well. It got to the point where others asked me to pay to hire people for them. I was honestly unsure about being able to offer this at first because I knew where I came from when I started hiring. When I was 21, I was too scared to interview my first 2 hires. I was worried about what candidates would think when they get interviewed by someone a whole lot younger than them. But I decided to go for it and help these people with hiring. I charged about a third of what I do now, but it worked. And I realized how much it can help other people hire sooner, scale quicker, and access a larger talent pool. Honestly, hiring overseas was my only option to begin with in 2021. I just wasn't in the financial position to be able to hire locally. But now for me, it's just a complete no-brainer. There's one of those fancy organic supermarkets downstairs in the building that I live in, and it's just right there. But to me, hiring locally is like if I shopped at that fancy organic supermarket every single week. Sure, it's convenient and I'm getting good quality when I shop there, and sometimes I really do need to go there. I will be honest, I do need to go. But I don't need to be spending €1.69 per kiwi every time I buy fruit. So when it comes to hiring locally, sometimes you definitely need to do it. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to say you need absolutely 100% a fully remote team, but sometimes you actually definitely don't need to be hiring locally, and you can take those savings. Let's take an example. So let's say you had £60,000 a year, these could be euros or dollars as well, of course, to spend on a marketing hire to grow your business. One option could be hiring locally. Let's say £10,000 of that is going to taxes and other things like that, and £50,000 is going to a mid-level marketer salary. So that's an option. That's what a lot of people do, right? But let's take an alternative approach. What if you are hired overseas? Well, you could spend, as you can see in blue, the £24,000 on a mid-level marketer from South Africa instead of hiring locally. Now, you've still got that extra 36,000. So where does that go? Well, you could actually increase your ad spend by £1,000 a month into additional ad spend to get your business out there more. You could automate a lot of what you do, as you can see in pink with automation software. Maybe that's costing you an extra £800 a month, but it automates a whole lot of what you do, your lead flow, your follow-up, even your service delivery as well. That's £10,000 there. And then you could even hire another person, a virtual assistant from the Philippines. Maybe they're going to be helping with data entry, managing your CRM, lead generation, for £14,000 on that salary as well. So that same £60,000 can go a whole lot further if you actually look to hire overseas and look to hire in a slightly different way. I want to help you make this possible for your business. I'll help you hire the growth roles to build your marketing and sales teams affordably, and you too will be able to find people like Steph to build analytics dashboards and run outreach campaigns, Erblin, the technical SEO who's ranked hundreds of pages in Google's top 3, Mary to write engaging content that gets you found online, Arthur to develop a content strategy responsible for thousands of clicks, and Via to design a site that separates you from the competition. You will probably have some questions at this point, so I just want to go ahead and address those now. So where will my new hire be from? Probably South Africa, Eastern Europe, or the Philippines, but we'll also search in other locations like Latin America as well. How does this compare to a local salary for these candidates? By working online with you, your new hire will often be earning a lot more than what they could earn at a regular office job in their country. How's their English? That's very good. We assess their typing speed and their spoken English. Excellent English is obviously more important for some roles than others, so we'll bear this in mind depending on the role. A copywriter, for example, is going to be really, really important for having really great English skills, so that's something we obviously would bear in mind on a role-by-role basis as well. Will they work in your time zone? This is a very common concern, and obviously for relevant reasons. Yes, if you want them to, it's up to you how much flexibility you offer here. In the past, with hires, I've just said I would like a 4-hour overlap with my own working hours, and then with other hires, I'll say, oh, well, we need to be working at the same time throughout the day. So that just depends on what you need, and that's what we can discuss as you look to make your hire as well. How much does the recruitment service cost? So how much are my costs? One-time hires are usually around 20% of their annual salary, and that is paid after successful placement. Now, I also have the recurring service options available if you're looking to make multiple hires later down the line to save a bit of money. What if it doesn't work? That is also another common question. We'll find a replacement for you if it doesn't work out within 6 months. What do next steps look like? Well, after watching this video, you can click the button underneath the video. That will take you to a calendar to schedule a call with me to talk about who you need on your team. You'll then receive an email with the confirmation of your call and some extra information as well. If we agree to work together, I'll have the first batch of candidates for you to review within a week. So go ahead and click the button below and we'll chat soon. Worst case scenario here, the hire doesn't work out and we'll replace them for free. But the best case scenario here is you hire someone who owns their role, they drive results for your business, and your business grows faster than expected. So go ahead, click the button below, and I'll look forward to meeting you.